right, this is just a little bit of bonus information for taking the course. I don't want you to dwell on this too much, but since I have it, I'm going to share it. A few years ago when I was studying for the test, somebody posted online basically the answer bank to practice test 1 and practice test 2 from the official GMAT, which is hosted at mba.com. And if you go to mba.com, you can find those practice tests, and we'll link to them along with the videos. But there are 2 free practice tests. They're the best thing out there. And they have a deep question bank that they draw from. And they have an algorithm that mimics the algorithm behind the actual GMAT test itself. And so that algorithm is computer adaptive. It basically gives you questions based on how you're performing. It tries to give you questions that you have basically like a 50-50 shot of getting right. It tries to give you questions that are right at your difficulty level. So the question bank behind those questions was made available by some guy who went in and looked into every single correct answer and every single answer choice from every single question in the question bank for tests 1 and 2. So what I did is I took that information, threw it into Excel, ran a pivot table on it. I wanted to see what is the most often correct answer to different types of questions. And one of the few trends I found, because most of it was pretty random, is that in data sufficiency, answer choice C is correct a lot more often than you'd think. So if this was a fair distribution between A through E, then everything would be 20%. And what you notice is the orange lines are a lot closer to 20%, even when they're as far off as possible, than the blue lines. So this has a difference of 9%, and the maximum difference for the orange lines is only 4%. And what I think in terms of why this is the case for data sufficiency is most people don't feel comfortable going with answer choice C because number one, it was like the dumb answer choice that you would guess if you were taking like a standardized test back in the day. It was like, oh, just guess C if you have to guess. It feels a lot less comfortable to guess A and B when you're a child. And so I think a lot of us got in our heads like answer choice C is not a good thing to guess in general. Another idea behind this is that with data sufficiency in particular, I notice a lot of people have a hard time choosing answer choice C if they're guessing between C and E. So I think that a lot of people, for whatever reason, have a psychological block to guessing answer choice C and saying they think they can solve it when they're not entirely sure. And so they end up opting for answer choice C, and you notice answer choice E, and you notice answer choice E is a little bit below average. It's actually at the 19% mark. Or 18% mark, I can't even see it there, 19%, okay. So it's around 19%, this might be slightly rounded up to over 19% here, but the bottom line is answer choice E is the least likely in terms of the C and E breakdown, and answer choice C is way more likely when you're in a CE breakdown. Now, obviously answer the question that they're asking you. Don't just guess answer choice C if you're between C and E, but it's good to know you can feel comfortable going with that answer. It's not a bad guess in most situations.